Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is basically a no makeup look. When I was thinking about how I wanted to present this video, my thoughts were pretty close to how comfortable would I feel going out of my house, basically really with the least bit of makeup on and still feeling confident in the way I look. That was basically how I was perceiving it to myself. So hiding what I didn't feel comfortable about, and I guess just enhancing any of the features that do make me comfortable with the least amount of possible. So if I was just going to run to the store, or if I was just going to run out to a friend's house for an hour or two, what would I do just to make myself feel comfortable without looking like I tried to really do anything? And that came out fairly easy in my mind. So if you think that this video sounds interesting to you, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That would mean so much to me, and we can go and get to this video right now. So as you can see, this is me without anything on. And would I feel oh so comfortable going out like this? And the truth is, I wouldn't mind, but it never fails that somebody always comes up to me and says, that knows me and knows that I wear makeup all the time, Melissa, are you sick? Are you feeling okay? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm just not wearing any makeup. And that was always a joke. So it became obvious to me that I kind of had to put on a little bit of makeup to make me look like I had no makeup on, but was okay. So to me, that was a no makeup look. So today I'm going to sit down and, well, I already am sitting down, but I'm going to sit down and show you what my secrets are for how I did, or how I perceive, a no makeup look. So first, my thoughts about it are, I always tried to match everything as close to my natural skin as possible. That's my number one tip to give. Secondly is blending. Blending is a huge secret in my book to make anything really look like there's not too much there. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and put my highlighter as part of my base primer, just to give me a healthy looking glow, like I'm not like too sick. So I'm going to use my Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. There's plenty of ones out on the drugstore shelves that you can use. You should have no trouble finding them. And I'm just going to put them in the high points of my face and kind of use it as a primer. I just would think it was so funny that everybody would think I was sick. So then just go ahead and blend that in pretty well. So we have a little bit of a glow everywhere. Okay. Now the next the next piece is we're going to try and find something that looks kind of natural. So a CC cream, a skin tint, something that is very light coverage. I have a couple products here that I pulled out. I have one from Honest Beauty. a one from Rimmel. These are pretty reasonably priced items. I think I'm going to try this one from Honest Beauty. You want to match it to your skin as close as possible. And as you can see, that's a really good match. You can barely tell that there's even anything on there. And you're going to put the least amount of possible, you're going to put the least amount as possible. So that is pretty light. I mean, coverage wise, I don't have really much on. You can still see that glow pretty much through, and you can still see that I'm not trying to cover up my imperfections. Like I have some Melia over on the side here. I always am resting my head in my hand there. I have some breakouts over here. You can still see them. I'm really not trying to say, oh, no, they're not there, because they are. This is supposed to look like you're really not have a lot of makeup on. Next, then after I've used my brush and spread that as much as I can, I like to go in with a sponge, a damp sponge, and I press that into my skin. That way it takes up any extra of the skin tint that I've put down, and it also kind of takes so many brush strokes that I might have had from the brush that I was using. Now I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, because one of the biggest things that I always have are the under eye bags. And I feel a little bit more comfortable trying to get rid of some of them. Not completely erase them, but just calm them down, I guess you could say. This might even be a little bit too light for me, but there's not too much I can do about that there. And I usually spread it with the sponge, and then I take my finger, which is nice and warm and clean, and press it in with my finger. Same with the other side. Just kind of helps to melt it all in there. Now, I still look bleh, but not as bad. I normally would take just a little bit of setting powder for under my eyes, just so that that area doesn't crease so much, because then it's that much more obvious that I'm wearing makeup. I'm running out of my favorite powder. I'm just gonna take my sponge and just set it up there, press it up in there where my eyes tend to crease, which are up in the lines there. Oh, I am out, and I love this. I have fallen in love with the Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. Oh, this is my favorite. It sets so nicely. That's the cap. And it's made by Too Faced. I just love it. It's the best setting powder so far that I think I've ever tried. All right, something else that kind of really truly helps, and I have no problem in my opinion in doing it, is my eyebrows. I don't go haywire in them anymore. Oops, wrong one. But I do just fill them in just a little bit. Make sure the color that you have is the closest you can get. You don't want them 3 shades off. I'm just doing a little bit. And I'm just gonna kind of run my spoolie through them. As you can see, I'm really not filling them in. I'm just helping them. Not look so drab. And then I'm going to come along with this e.l.f. Wow Brow. Love it. Nice and cheap. And I'm just going to finish with helping those brows a little bit. Not a thick layer. You don't want it to be noticeable. I didn't even stick my brush back in. I'm just there. I didn't go haywire. There's still some areas that should get filled in, but I'm not. All right, next, I would do a little bit of bronzer, but you don't want something that's gonna go, whoa. I'm gonna go, you just want something that warms your face just a little bit. I'm gonna use this Flower Heat Wave that I used the other day, and I'm gonna use a very fluffy brush because I want it to be loose on my face. I don't want it to be structured on my face. And I'm gonna make sure I tap it off a lot. And I'm very gently dusting this in. Very gently. You want it to look natural. And make sure you put a little bit there in your hairline. So kind of put it in there and buff it in a wee bit. And I'm just gonna put a little bit. I'm kind of using the same blush technique that I use. I kind of am loosely using it in a circling technique. Dust it over my nose, just gently, very gently. Just warming up my face a little bit. Very natural looking, as much as you can be. I could go out of the house like this right now and be completely comfortable. For those of you that feel comfortable going out like that, go out like that. If you feel like you need a little bit more, then continue along with me. Okay, for blush, I'm not going to put on anything that is going to be like high pinky color or that noticeable. I want something that's almost blendable, right how it is now. And the two colors that I was thinking about when I was thinking about this video, Flower makes one in their Flower Bomb, and it's called Pinched. And Glossier makes one, and it in their Cloud Paints, and it's called Dusk. So anything along these color formats would be great for it. And I am just going to squirt a little bit out of whichever one you choose, something similar to this color. And I want to kind of buff it out. And then I'm just going to gently dab a little, really gently. So I almost look like I'm just a little bit flush from the heat. Barely even disturbing anything. Put a little bit up here. And that looks like I just got hit with some heat. It look like I'm a little bit warm right now. So anything like that, there. Pretty natural. It's hardly anything on there. I would probably take something like I did in my last video, which was this Flower Day Glow. And e.l.f. makes something similar in a glow lotion. Physicians Formula makes something quite similar, a dewy highlighter. And I am just gonna pop that just to kind of give the illusion that, oh, I'm in the heat. All these little baby hairs that keep getting in my way. For the stick formula, you can take just, I have a little brush that I love. It's a Luxie tapered highlighter brush, and you can take that and then just dab that as well. Just rub it on your brush. And it just leaves that healthy glow look around. Too wow noticeable. NYX makes one. It's called A Dose of Dew. I don't know what this does. Same thing. Just gives you that healthy look. Let's see what e.l.f.'s looks like. e.l.f.'s it's like a little lotion. It doesn't really look like I'm wearing a whole lot, because you still see my imperfections there. You still see things here, and that's what we want. That's what we're going for. Next, I would take whatever on my left on my sponge and just pounce it on my eyes, not putting anything specific on there. And then take something simple, like I have this in Wet n Wild palette in Nude Awakening, and it's a very, okay, maybe if I can open it. I'm trying to open it the wrong way. It's a very nude palette. I love it for this reason. And just take, actually, I'm just going to take my finger, and I'm just going to go to this pretty little sparkly color here. And I'm just going to pop some on. And just like kind of spread it out. So it's there, but it's not there. And I'm just bringing it up to my crease slightly. So it's just a very light shimmer, nothing big. Because when I think of a no makeup look, I don't think of anything really being up there. I would have probably thrown on a slight amount of mascara. So if you want, you can do that. I'm going to take a sample. This is Ilia's sample by Ilia. It's Limitless Lash Mascara. And just pop like one layer on. There, I wouldn't put anything on my lower lids, just my top. I don't have the greatest top lids. There's not much makeup on there, people. And I probably would put a pop of color on my lips. Let's see. I'll pop up right. Pinkish lip color that you can find. I don't know what this one is like. Milani. Oh, this one's pretty too. Milani. This is Milani's 110 Lustful. But that, so mainly just even out the complexion, throw some mascara on your top lids and put on a little bit of color on your lips. And to me, that's my no makeup look. If you have like beauty marks or freckles or anything like that, that's like the in thing, people. Yeah, put my beauty mark though. My beauty mark. I'm always covering it up. Yeah, if you've got beauty marks or freckles, now's the thing to show them. I don't know. A while ago, I just dug it out. I had purchased something called Freck, and it was a big thing. I don't think I ever really even tried it. Let your freckles free. Let your freckles be. But this is my idea or my take of a pretty no makeup look. I've got my hair. I'd be comfortable walking out of the house. I would be comfortable going to the park. To me, this is comfortable. Let me know what you think. I'd love to know. What's your opinion of a no makeup look? I mean, because obviously you have to have makeup, but so if you found this video helpful and you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up that you liked it. And you have to do that on the YouTube channel, in case you didn't know. And I would be so eternally grateful. And that's it for my video today. I hope you liked it and had a good time. These products that I used, they don't have to be expensive products. You can find them in the drugstore or use what you have at home. Let me know what you think. And I will see you in my next video. Until then, stay safe and happy and healthy. Bye-bye.